broadcast. Bang. Want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Video Recap. Oh, boy. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Tuesday. Turnaround Tuesday. Oh, baby. March the 8th, 2011. What a day. What a day. What a follow-through day. The dollar. Bullish engulfing. Oh, baby. It looked very good. S&Ps, I can't believe it. We're going to start with the S&Ps for now. Let me just get the charts up and running. But, I got a little rant to do today, just so you know. I posted on my Facebook, by the way, the story, Facebook is Andrew.Spanton, of the story in Libya, what's going on today. Apparently, massive slaughter. Libya, Gaddafi forces are kicking butt. And now London doesn't know what to do. Cameron was so strong, and now he's backing off and saying, whatever Obama does, I'll do. Are we in high school? I mean, he was saying we're going in. They had special forces in there. They have advisors in there. And you're waiting on Obama to say yes? Britain certainly fumbled the ball. Cameron failed his first major foreign policy initiative to be tough. But I just think if you consider things with that dollar index. Oh, baby. Looking very good. But we have a big problem. Because in my opinion, what's going on now is that he's going to win. Gaddafi's not going to go. And he's going to slaughter his people. And now the world community will then try and isolate him and sanction him. And he's wanted for war crimes. All that great stuff. Bottom line, he'll be slaughtering all his people and the opposition. Think about all those women they've had on CNN. Work at the Libyan women. They're going to be taken out and detained. Who knows done what to? This is a disaster for Obama. Disaster for American foreign policy. If you wanted to take care of it, you need to take care of Gaddafi when he was weak. Now he's strong. Big disaster. And now it's impossible. Even if you do a no-fly zone, they've done so much damage. The rebels, the east side, they don't even have enough ammunition. So you'd have to start a major funding operation of ammunition, oil, all that stuff. And then that makes America look terrible. Because then we have a chance of losing. Easy. And even worse. And there's a good chance we might not do anything. Can you imagine Obama not doing anything? So that's my little rant today. I just think it's terrible foreign policy. Disgusting foreign policy. I would have been okay with him going in immediately, right, as soon as the rebels were advancing and funding them somehow, not asking Saudi Arabia to do it. But now, what's amazing, when you look at what's going on, two of America's allies in the Middle East are gone. Libya was basically becoming an ally. He was being welcomed back into the world community, Gaddafi. And now you're talking about a situation where our ally's gone, and who knows who's going to take power. Everyone says this is a democratic situation, but you don't know what Iran's doing. You don't know what Al-Qaeda's doing. They're infiltrating it, and they will hijack these revolutions. And the only way to stop them is through military force, and we're too thin. America's too thin. And Russia, China, they're not going to do anything. So we'll look at this alley chart in the S&Ps. It's just not good. It's just not good. And before you know it, the prophecies are going to come correct that a pan-Arab world united somehow by one person, who knows who, is in the cards. And you see it happening now. You see it as a possibility. All the prophecies coming true. So I just cannot get over it. It's almost like Obama believes in the prophecies and he's letting it happen. It's crazy. Getting sucked into these people letting us believe that it really is a pro-democracy movement. I hope it is. I hope this is really it. But let's, to see these people getting slaughtered, let Gaddafi stay in power, and it's only going to galvanize him and let him seize more power by getting rid of all the opposition. He did so in 1996. He killed 1,200 people. So, all right, anyway, let's get to the numbers. I'm sorry. I just cannot believe that we're going to blow getting Gaddafi out of there. I think it is disgusting, horrible. Another fumbling of the ball. He can't get it right, Obama. He acts too soon, he makes a mistake. He waits too long, he makes a mistake. Just great. Just great. All right. Numbers that came out last night. We have BRC out of London. Sales a little bit weaker, down 0.4. House price balance down a little bit. Rick's 26. Confidence up big in Australia. I'd tell you that Aussie came in gorgeous, didn't it? We'll get to that chart in a second. I got plenty of time. Oh, baby. We did have other numbers that came out. Really non-important French. Who cares? Unemployment out of Switzerland in line. I thought the German factory orders coming at 2.6, good, but revision was worse. Canadian housing starts. Surprising there. Told you. Just because you have the building permits number does not mean that was a bad number. So 182, dollar Canada go nowhere. IBD optimism index 43. I thought that was a big drop. Other than that, we continue to see talk. Axel Weber talking today, speaking about there's going to be a rate hike pretty much guaranteed out of the ECB in April. I think that's very interesting. I don't know if we're going to be able to we're going to see a euro strong into that, but listen, this euro Swiss really acted well today. But look at these S&Ps. They're strong. No matter how you want to slice it, we broke this whole downtrend channel line on the hourly. So it looks to me like we're going up. You look at the daily chart. Sorry, that was a 30. But that's the daily hourly. That looks even better. Broken out. Daily chart, S&P. All these lines, I know, I'm sorry. But again, we got to really, before I'm really bullish, and again, I thought they were going to rally the market today. Once it was obvious, they broke that channel line. But we really didn't explode in the last hours. It was basically nothing. Euro came in even. So I got chopped up a little bit, threw away 50 pips on long, short. But at the end of the day, Euro was very good. But look at this S&P daily chart. I could see it going either way, people. You know, I got to see us under 1,300. We didn't even break today. We were strong all night, sold off unchanged, and then rallied and took out the highs from Europe. So that, to me, was pretty freaking strong. And let me tell you something. If Gaddafi does take over and maintain control, let me tell you something. That's good. That's bad for oil, I think. Unless Gaddafi wants to basically, stick it to all the people that didn't stand behind him. But let me tell you something. Italy didn't say a word. And there's huge connections between Italy and Libya. Huge. $5 billion here and there. Interest in each other's major corporations. So anyway, look at the S&Ps. They acted very well today, but it was an inside day. You can't get excited as we were yesterday on the downside. But looking at crude, I'll tell you that 103.50 buy area. Check it out on my trade recs. Perfect buy area. I'm pretty sure I had 103.50. But crude, I think, yes, we dojied. Yes, we came back. But I still think with this Libyan situation possibly coming to an end, as crazy as it sounds, that maybe you get a little sell-off in crude. We have come a long way, baby. So I think this crude, unless we can close above 106, 106.50, short term, I'm looking for a retest of 102. Nice support there. Oil, gold, as we said, is a short. We had that gorgeous doji. Come on, people. Please tell me you short some gold on that call. And I think we get follow through down to 14.10 and watch. Dennis Gartman's going to puke it at the lows. I love it. Dennis, I knew when you got back in that trade. I don't know what you were thinking. Oh, baby. Long oil, short gold. I like that trade a lot. Back to the dollar index again. I think we could easily bounce up to 77.50 as far as numbers coming out this tonight and tomorrow. Really not a whole hell of a lot. The biggest thing I see is New Zealand rate decision at 3 p.m. Eastern. Oh, baby. That Kiwi acted tremendous today. Relative strength-wise, come on. Your Kiwi collapsing when the Euro's getting killed. Kiwi's holding up. So I think this, we'll talk about that in a second. But other than that, the only real Australia home loans tonight, 7.30. I look for that number probably to be weaker. It's supposed to be down 0.7, but last month was up 2.1. So it's already looking for a negative number. If it's better, you might even have a pop. Aussie, I'm not sure. Did it reverse or not? I'd say, we'll talk about it Because, again, this dollar index looks like it's got to get to 77.40. We broke out. Other than that, German industrial production is 6 a.m. Eastern. Up, looking for a 1.8% increase. London trade balance, 4:30 a.m. Eastern, down 8.5 billion. Cable did not break. 61 was a big spot. Commodity currencies were pretty good today. Aussie. Canadian. House prices up 0.2% is the estimate. U.S. side wholesale inventories, crude inventories, Geithner speaking, yada, yada, yada. Bottom line is this. Those of you that think there's no correlation between the dollar index and the S&P, well, just take a look at the chart. And I got it right here for you. Way to go. Hang on. I got it. Right there. Nope. I better rush. Oh, damn it. I don't know where it went. Well, again, do an overlay. I'll do it. Here we go. Got it. So, you take a look at this S&P run. That's a gold run. Sorry. You take a look at the S&P run. They all look the same. S&P run. And you take a look at the dollar. Down. And they pretty much look the same, don't they? Up. Down. So, no matter what anyone's going to say to me, the stock market, and today was an aberration. Today, was one of those 80% correlation. This was not the most correlated day. Today was the day that the dollar went up and the stock market was up. But you look at this chart, and unless the stock market's going to reverse to the downside, unless things just go all to hell in the Middle East and the stock market goes down, I think that, and oil will go to 200 on that, but Saudi Arabia, we got the whole March coming up Monday, Friday possibly. But I just don't see it. The only way the dollar is really going to have a major rally is if the stock market melts. And anyone that says, oh, that correlation is gone, U.S. isn't a safe haven anymore, I don't agree with you. Now, I agree the Swiss franc definitely has been a safe haven, no doubt. But still, Eurodollar touching the 10 exponential moving average. Perfect spot to be covering some, as we did. Closing fairly decent. I think if we can get a rally up to 39.50 tonight, I think you got to be shorted. Absolutely. Maybe get a wild Wednesday where the S&Ps are up again. Maybe they're down, I don't know, but maybe up again in the morning and reverse to the downside. I don't know, but again, unless we close above that 1335 range, I don't see the Dixie and the Euro really making any monster move above 140. We can get that move. We break out on the upside. Hey, Eurozone's raising rates. Risk is on, baby. But, a lot of talk about sovereign debt, a lot of problems about rollover, and I just think it's still a short. We close above 140, we'll get long. We'll be long again, but unless we're over 140, it's a short. So I want to sell any strength. Oh, baby. Dollar yen? Well, we shorted the bounce, but we ended up getting out fairly decent. I don't know. Shorted at 45. Got out of 60. 55. Never got there. I think 61. But I'm long now. This thing's going. Dollar yen to the moon. Maybe Gartman's actually going to finally be right. Maybe every dog's going to have his day. But you look at this chart, and listen, the bond yields are up nicely today. The wedge sort of pretty much held, even though it tried to break it a couple of times. And you zoom out on this dollar yen. Oh, baby. At some point, it is going to have a pop. And the one thing I want you to take a look at, and hopefully I have enough time for this, but you want to take a look at, let's take a look at last March. What did it do? Oh, this is last March right here. Middle, pulled up, like so we saw that today, but held for a couple of weeks, and then bang, end of the month. Remember, this is the end of the quarter, end of the fiscal year for the Japanese. So there's a lot of window dressings. Doesn't always mean repatriation. It means it means volatility. And you see, we went from 88.50 up to 94 in the month of March last year. When you look at the year before, in March, we had a drop absolutely, but then we came back and ended pretty strong. But net, it was pretty much rallying all through the beginning of it a little bit. But again, if you look at last year, and even you look at other years too. Do I have it here? Do I have the data? Hang on. I don't have enough time. March, bottomed, and then came back and closed strong. But again, different times, different everything. I'm not saying anything's really going to happen, but I'm telling you what, when you look at this chart and you say to yourself, well, unless we close really above 81.50, this thing has a shot to at least go to 83.60. That's what I'd say. I'm not looking for a breakout yet. We'll deal with that when we come to it, you know? Sterling certainly held well. Oops. Certainly held well. And I think the 61 level is a big spot. Should we break through here? We break the 30 exponential. Remember, I'm a big EMA person. And we can easily roll over and maybe even do a Fibonacci. Maybe we're starting to, that would be, again, to me, the dollar index taking out that 77.50. 77. Dollar Swiss, big update today. How about that Euro Swiss? Dollar Swiss trying to break out here. Took out that big-time support area, resistance, I'm sorry. And I got to tell you, I think this dollar Swiss could be on the move. Everyone's saying it's a risk aversion trade, right? Certainly looks like there's going to be follow-through. Any pullback. But again, it's done it before. But look at this breakout. This one looked like a pretty good breakout, too, the other day, didn't it? 3 days ago. And then, boom, failure. So be careful. Yes, it looks good. Yes, it took out this whole resistance line. Actually, if you do it perfect, it did too. So certainly, to me, we could easily get up to 94.50. And if you're really talking a major move in the dollar index, you're talking about 96.50. Aussie dollar. You can make a case that it did try and hold the line, but just missed. I was looking for it to come down another 10 pips, but still held up well. Closing fairly weak. But I think, maybe you buy the pullback. I don't know if it's going to melt down tonight. Unless something happens, risk event, futures are down big, something like that. Or gold, oil down huge. I would imagine if we get a pullback tonight, we retest this par 50, it's a buy. And as far as the stock market is concerned, remember that 1335 level is big. Should we take that out? All right, so now we get to New Zealand. Oh, baby. Kiwi. Well, what do we do? Look at that beautiful double bottom. Almost perfect. I think they're probably going to break it. If they cut rates tomorrow, I think New Zealand's going to crack. The Kiwi is going to crack. And you buy it. Down 100. But remember, who says that they're going to cut rates? Analysts? Are they always right? I got to tell you, last I checked, there's still plenty of areas in their economy doing well. Last I checked, eggs were going up in price. Last I checked, wool, wheat. They have oil also. So, New Zealand's rebuilding, but I don't see how all their output is now all of a sudden gone. Maybe tourism is taking a hit because people are scared of going there for tourism, but I don't even know when their tourist season starts. But again, I think it's worth buying the pullback and maybe be long 1 or 2 units and then looking to double up into a massive pullback. But what if they don't cut rates? That's an easy 100-pip winner. Bang! And again, should we take something of this level out? In my opinion, we could be talking about, was that 74, 75? Boom. So, and if they cut, I don't see they're going to be doing a series of cuts. And I see it making a big comeback. It'll be painful, but I think that in the end, it'll come back. Dollar Canada. This baby can't rally, people. Look at that. Rallied all the way up. I let it go a little. I got to have some, but I lost on the long side. I thought it was going to take out 97.50. I really did. It was going to bounce at least to 98. We were able to short it there. But it didn't, and it's flagging once again, and this thing is a short. Bottom line, even if it bounces, I don't care. Dollar Canada, I freaking love it. Short. And that's pretty much it. Again, that Euro Swiss chart, I want to show you that one. I'll give you that one for free. For free. Remember, I only do the dollars with you guys. I do with my premium service. I do everything. They have to ask sometimes, but I always am available to do it. All right. So look at this Euro Swiss chart. Raising rates there. This looks like there's another day. One more day. But pole, flag, took out previous day highs, backed off, I understand, but looks like 130.75 easy. And we take that out. I mean, look at this thing. You could really be talking maybe a major bounce. And that'd be dollar Swiss, by the way, at 96.50, right? This Euro Swiss explodes up to 135, which it could. Oh, it could. 134, 135 zone. You'd be talking about easy 96.50 on dollar Swiss. So risk aversion coming off. Stock market up. Swiss down. Oh, baby. Now other people raising rates. Eurozone raising rates. Switzerland, they're not even talking about it. All right, team. I'll see you at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. All right. Well, I did 21 minutes. Let's see if this uploads. That'd be kind of cool. And again, if you have any questions about any aspect of my business, and again, I'm looking to take on someone almost as experienced as me doing a European session and some Asia. So you can be getting double the hours by going premium, people, at the same price. Email me, info@globalfxradio.com if you have any questions. Oh, baby. Andrew Spanton, Global Markets Radio, the only voice you'll ever need, who truly loves to make you money. And again, I'm looking for that dollar to rally still, even though the stock market going up, which makes me nervous. I think the stock market's up 5 handles, 6 handles, 133.50. 113.35 does not hold. And we reverse to the downside tomorrow. No breakout. Chop up city. Have a good night.